Hi, it's Dr. C, and today we will be going over how to calculate a confidence interval based on a word problem. Okay, so we have this example here where it essentially gives us a random sample of about 19. Um, we see towards the end that they're asking us to calculate a confidence interval. So the first thing I'm going to encourage you to do is literally write out your relevant formulas, which is sample mean plus or minus the critical value times the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. Now, it looks like they don't give us a lot from this word problem, but let's go through and underline what is important in this particular problem. Okay, so of course they give us just all of this. They said that there's 19 softballs, so that's our sample size, and then we need to find a 95% confidence interval. Okay, and so based on that, I always say step one, state your givens. And we have the sample size of 19. We need to calculate the Z critical value. So if we're 95% confident, that means that we're about 5% not confident. So that makes our alpha level 0.05. Okay. So we do 0.05 divided by 2. And then we go to Excel, or we do 1 minus 0.025, and that gives us 0.975. So we go to Excel and we type in norm dot s dot inverse, and then we type in the probability, which is 0.975. And when we do that, that gives us the answer of 1.960. Okay. Also, we need to go through and calculate the mean. So we type in the data here, and to get the mean in Excel, you do average, and you literally just drag down. So we have 19, and we press enter. So our mean is about 4.788. We then need to calculate the standard deviation. So you put STDEV dot S for the sample, and then again, you drag it down. And that gives us a standard deviation of a 0.060. Okay? So in our givens, we have the sample size, we have the Z critical, we have the sample mean, and we have the sample standard deviation. So essentially, we have everything needed for this. So now the next step is to just calculate the confidence interval. Based on what's given and the relevant formulas, we now have everything necessary and needed to calculate this out. So we do 4.788 plus or minus 1.96. Times the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. And that puts us at about 4.788 plus or minus 0.027. So that gives us our upper bound of about 4.81, and that gives us our lower bound of about 4.76. Now, you can also do this in Excel as well. So I'll take a quick moment to show you how to do that. There's a command function that you can utilize to do this. So in Excel, you can do confidence.norm, and it's going to ask you for the alpha value, which we know to be 0.05, the standard deviation that we know is 0.060, and then the sample size, which is 19. And when we do that, that gives us about 0.027, which we already knew. We do 4.788 plus the margin of error and then minus the margin of error. So we can check our work this way. It seems like we got the same thing. And that means that this is our answer. I hope that you found this video to be helpful. If you have any questions or have any additional problems, please feel free to reach out. Take care.